My name is Mana Tanaka. I'm from Japan, and I've been working as the development consultant for past about 10 years. And I had came to India 2002, and since the December 2002, I had started working in Alwar, Rajasthan, working for the girl child education in rural area through the one of the IIMPACT associated NGO IPTADA. And since then, I have been around 2.5 years I spent in Rajasthan. And after that, I lived in Ethiopia, Rwanda, Bangkok, Pakistan, and then currently come back to India as a consultant again. So this is my interest. So between 2002 December until 2005 June, I worked as a capacity development coordinator of the Talimshala, we call it, the girl child education centers. And back then, I had been teaching English to the teachers and doing some training for the teachers and also facilitating some of the workshops. And then my experience with the girl child education in Rajasthan, and especially in Mewat area, was that back then there was so many discussion going on, not so much about economic poverty, but about the social poverty. And many of the girls, for example, got married at the age of 10, 11. Many of my students were already engaged or married. And many of the girls have to quit studying after the certain age to look after the younger siblings. And they don't come to the school. Attendance and the dropout rate was very, very difficult and challenging area. So 2004, we finally made through the 29 first girls to pass the class 5 exam, and that was a tremendous pleasure for us. So I still remember that moment, and after that I came back to IPTADA and then IIMPACT in 2010. And this year they celebrated about 220 girl children who passed the class 5 exam. So that was of course like 10 times more numbers, but it's not about the numbers itself, because I still remember when we first send out the 29 girls to exam. First of all, we didn't even tell them what was the score. Their score was very good. But thing is, everything was so sensitive. We are not sure if we announce the scores that they might start competing each other. Other villages start complaining each other. So we were even scared to announce all these results. But we just tell them that you passed the exam, now you can go to the secondary education. But now the time has changed, and then 220 students, many of them pass, almost all of them pass with the first degree and with a great score. They are so proud to present themselves in front of the villages, and that was a tremendous change, social impact made through the past 5 years. And of course the center has expanded. The 2002 December, there are only 4 or 5 villages and 7 Talimshala, and now it's 120 Talimshala and IIMPACT schools, and that provide education for girl children. So that was a big, big change. And then one story I want to say was that the 29 students, when we sent the first batch, we asked them, what was your learning with Talimshala? What you have done and what you have learned? And we expected something like reading, writing, calculating, but that was not the answer. The answer was, I cried, I studied, I worked, I laughed, I learned all this. And many of the students say that this sharing of the emotions, sharing of the moment was the best moment, and then the things they learned through the school. Because before that, they were so separated, isolated. There was not even a place the same age or similar age girl children get together, singing, dancing, laughing, sometimes even fighting. And they never thought about that kind of place can exist. So that was the major learning for them, and major like a treasure for them that they just wrote on their paper. And now I'm so glad that thanks to the IIMPACT and other teams, that 120 centers are there, which is not the school, I would say. Because that's something more than school, that girls can come and share their emotions, can develop together and walk together, sometimes fight together. But even that is a very big deal for their generations. So I think that was the one of the great success I have seen for the past 5